Hello, I welcome to UPSC Prelims Chaturya series of Shantha Lakshmi IAS Academy, where we will discuss the daily prelims MCQs from the Hindu, Indian Express and PIB. Let's get started. The first question. Consider the following statements with respect to the Employees Provident Fund Organization. It is a statutory body under the Employees Provident Fund and Miscellaneous Provision Act 1952. It is under the administrative control of the Ministry of Finance. The Act and all its schemes are administered by a tripartite board called the Central Board of Trustees. How many of the statements given above are correct? Only one, only two, all three, none of the above. This was in news recently, a data breach that impacted the system of EPFO in 2018, exposing the personal data of millions of Indians, was found to have been repackaged by a Chinese cyber agency as per a preliminary probe by New Delhi Cyber Security Agency. About this organization, it is a statutory body that came into existence under the Employees Provident Fund and Miscellaneous Provisions Act of 1952. It is one of the world's largest social security organizations in terms of clientele and the volume of financial transactions undertaken. It is under the administrative control of the Union Ministry of Labor and the Employment. Structure of the EPFO. The Act and all its schemes are administered by a tripartite board called Central Board of Trustees. The board comprises representatives of the government, both the central and the state employers and the employees. The board is chaired by the Union Ministry of Labor and Employment, Government of India. The Central Board of Trustees administers a contributory provident fund, a pension scheme and insurance scheme for the workforce engaged in the organized sector in India, namely EPF scheme 1952, the pension scheme 1995 and the insurance scheme 1976. EPFO is also the nodal agency for implementing the bilateral social security agreements with other countries on a reciprocal basis. Coverage. The scheme offered by EPFO cover Indian workers and the international workers from countries with whom the EPFO has signed bilateral agreements. Headquarters New Delhi. So the answer is only 2 because it is under the administrative control of the Union Ministry of Labor and Employment, not Ministry of Finance. Moving to the next question. With reference to the Parua Festival, consider the following statements. The festival, also known as the mock haunting festivals, it is celebrated by all sections of the people, irrespective of their caste. Which of the statement given above is are not correct? One only, two only, both one and two, neither one nor two. The Indian National Trust for Art and Cultural Heritage is making efforts to secure UNESCO recognition for the annual Parua Festival. About this festival, the festival is also known as the Mock Haunting Festival, is celebrated at the Sri Narasimha Swami Temple in the town of Ahobilam, Andhra Pradesh. It is celebrated by all sections of the people, irrespective of their caste. It is a festival of communal harmony, as a devotees from other religious communities like Muslim also offer prayers to the god. Origin of the festival. According to the folklore, Lord Vishnu, upon his incarnation as a man lion, Narasimha in Ahobilam, married Mahalakshmi, born as a tribal girl, Chenju Lakshmi. The Kurnool District Gazette is published by Government Press in 1881. Record several beliefs of Chenchu tribes, including their reverence for Ahobila Narasimha as their brother-in-law and inviting him home for Makara Sankranti. While Parvata rituals are commonly observed in many temples during the Vijayadashmi or Sankranti at Ahobilam, it is conducted for a mandala, that is nothing but 40 days. Activities during the festival, the deity from the temple's inner sanctum is taken to the 32 Senju tribal villages surrounding Ahobilan town for a duration of 40 days. The spiritual soldier starts with the tribals aiming their bow and shooting 2 arrows at the palanquin, not only as a mark of reverence but also to show that the deity is under their protective cover. Chanchus take Narsimha Diksha by wearing a yellow robes and the Tulasi Mala and observe the celibacy during this period. The temple staff stay in these hamlets for the entire period, indicating the presence of a casteless society in the past, with no hint of the untouchability. So the answer is neither one nor two because both the statement given above are correct. Moving to the next question. Consider the following statements about Rashtriya Udyamita Vikas Pariyojana. This initiative focuses on reskilling and upskilling employees to enhance their competitiveness. The training will be conducted through offline mode only. Which of the statement given above are correct? One only, two only, both one and two, neither one or two. Recently, the Union Ministry of Education and Skill Development and Entrepreneurship inaugurated the Rashtriya Udyamita Vikas Pariyojana in Sambalpur, Odisha. About this, it is tailored specifically for beneficiaries of the PM Swanidhi scheme. This unique national entrepreneurship development project underscores the government's steadfast commitment to nurturing the job providers across the nations. It aims to equip individuals with the comprehensive entrepreneurship training, creating job providers rather than job seekers. The initiative focuses on reskilling and upskilling employees to enhance their competitiveness and adaptability in an era of disruptive technology. It will offer comprehensive entrepreneurship training over a period of 22 weeks, combining theoretical knowledge with practical exposure through experiential training. The training will be conducted through offline, online, and hybrid modes with certificates awarded upon completion, enhancing the course credibility and value. The Government of India has partnered with Flipkart to skill street vendors and small shopkeepers. Under the pilot program, street vendors of 10 big cities of the country will be given a stipend along with the training to expand their businesses. So the answer is only one because the training will be conducted through offline, online, and hybrid mode, not only offline mode. Moving to the next question. The Nilgiri marten, recently seen in the news, is endemic to which one of the following regions in India? Option A, Eastern Ghats. Option B, grasslands. Option C, wetlands. Option D, Western Ghats. Recently, the Tamil Nadu government has launched the TN, TN Endangered Species Conservation Fund to protect lesser known species like Nilgiri marten. This rare carnivore, scientifically named Martes watkinsi, is exclusive to the Western Ghats in India, spanning Karnataka, Kerala, and Tamil Nadu. Found in Shola ecosystems, it boasts the chocolate-colored fur and the canary yellow throat and resembling a civet or the mongoose. The conservation effort focuses on its habitat in high altitudes across specific Western Ghats clusters. So the answer is D, Western Ghats. Moving to the next question. Choose correct one with respect to the flood management and border areas program. It provides central assistance to the states for taking up works related to the flood control. It provides 100% of central assistance for flood control and anti-erosion works on common border rivers with neighboring countries. It is a central sector scheme. How many of the statements given above are correct? Only one, only two, only three, none of the above. Recently, the Union Cabinet approved the proposal of Department of Water Resources, RD and GR for continuation of flood management and border areas program with a total outlay of rupees 4,100 crore for a period of 5 years from 2021, 2022, 2025 to 2025 to 2026. About this, it is a centrally sponsored scheme. The scheme has two components, the flood management program component. In this, central assistance will be provided to the state governments for taking up a critical works related to the flood control, anti-erosion, drainage development and anti-sea erosion, etc. The scheme has the provision of incentivizing the states which implement floodplain zoning recognized as an effective non-structural measures for flood management. Funding. The pattern of funding to be followed is 90% central and 10% state for special category states, 8 northeastern states and hilly states of Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand and UT of Jammu and Kashmir, and 60% of central and the 40% of state for general and non-special category of states. River management and border areas component. Under these flood control and anti-erosion works on common border rivers with neighboring countries, including hydrological observations and flood forecasting and investigation and pre-construction activities of joint water resources projects on common border rivers will be taken up with 100% central assistance. The works implemented under the RMBA component also protect important installation of security agencies, border outposts, etc. along the border rivers from flood and erosion. Significance. This is particularly relevant as the increased incidence of the extreme events have been witnessed during the last few years in view of likely impact of climate change, and situation may further aggravate times to come, exacerbating problem of floods in terms of extent, intensity and frequency. So the answer is only 2 because it is a centrally sponsored scheme, not central sector scheme. Thank you. This is the today's session.